So every day, we see new videos getting released on YouTube about what new generative art tool is the best. So we figured in this video, why not just try to compare the top runners in the game and see how they stack up against each other? So today we're going to test 5 different generative art tools and see how they do. We've got Adobe Firefly, Stable, the Fusion, XL, Leonardo AI Dreamlike, and of course, Midjourney. Now I'm not going to overproduce this video, it's just going to be you and me hanging out as I run through these tools. So let's go on ahead and dive in. So to begin, I'm just going to use a very simple prompt. We're not going to get super detailed with the prompt. We want to keep this as simple as possible to really just see what these tools generate, just utilizing the tools that they're given. So to begin this, we're going to just use Adobe Firefly. So here's my prompt. A woman meditating under a tree, surrounded by vibrant flowers. Again, nothing too complicated. We want to keep it simple. So let's go ahead and see what Firefly generated. So this is what Adobe Firefly created. Now it's a bit more cartoony than what I was expecting, but still, I can clearly see that these are images of women meditating under a tree surrounded by vibrant flowers. I think out of all of these, I'm liking probably number 1 or the 3rd in image here the most. But let's see what happens if we try the same prompt again, and we instead go from art to photo mode. So this is more what I was expecting the first time. My goal is to see which one of these tools can create the best looking realistic photos. So, off the bat here, I do believe that the first image looks the best. Looking at some of these, the hands are a bit they're AI art hands. Would you say it? Look, the face looks okay, but something just looks a bit off about the face. Let's look at this other image here. Again, the hands are doing their own unique thing over here, and the face is looking a little off. But the background, the flowers, the vibrant flowers in the background, those look really good. Again, this one, the fingers are way off, but I do like everything from basically the fingers up. This is a more realistic face, although something just looks a little off. Flower hair. That's an interesting touch. I wasn't expecting actually looking at it up close. I'm gonna say I probably like the second image better. So, next up is Stable Diffusion XL, and this is the latest iteration of Stability AI's diffusion model. So again, we're going to use the same prompt. We're gonna paste it over here. And let's click Generate and see what we get. So I like that they gave us a mix of different styles. We got 2 realistic photos here. 1 super cartoony photo and then 1 more of an oil painting. Style with this one. Now I think I would have said this one looked the best, if not for this lady's elbow arm here. So just to note the detail in the background, the flowers, the tree, that they got the tree. She is meditating beside the tree at least. And, you know, from the face to about the elbow, this looks pretty realistic. Like realistic facial features. If I saw this picture just from maybe the portrait, I would say this is probably a real person. So this one I like. And let's go back to the grid here. Yeah, this one is cool, but it is not quite what we're looking for. And the same with this one. This would be good for a children's book. So I think hands down this one is the best from Stable Diffusion. And I have to say, I like the way this one looks a lot better than what Firefly was able to produce. You do see some issues with the fingers again and the feet, but a lot of these AI tools still just haven't quite got that figured out. Midjourney is probably the best at that so far, and maybe followed by Leonardo, but I kind of expect to see that issue with hands. But overall, this is a pretty good, realistic picture. So far, I think this one is in first place. Okay, so next up is Dreamlike.art. This is our 3rd tool in our comparison here. Okay, and I went ahead and copied in the prompt from the other 2. And let's see what it generates. So I'm going to use everything default. This is the default model that popped up. I guess this is their proprietary Kandinsky 2.1 model that they have trained in-house. So I'm not going to change any other settings there. They already gave us a negative prompt, which looks pretty good. So we're going to keep that in. And we're going to go for a square image, and we're going to click Generate, and let's see what it gives us. So this is what it gave us, and yeah, this isn't going to cut it. Next tool. So next up we have one of our favorites here at InSource Digital. This is Leonardo AI. If you look at all of the different models that they have, Leonardo's created their own in-house models. One of the best here being Dream Shaper. And it's not listed here. Oh wait, here it is. The Leonardo, the Fusion model. So, Dream Shaper. V7 actually is new, so let's go ahead and try this one and see what generates from it. Yeah, let's go ahead and generate with this model. Now you can see I have some old images I've already generated here, so let's take this prompt out and let's copy in our prompt from the other two exercises. We're going to keep it on Dream Shaper. We're going to leave this on default for a dynamic. Let's see what it generates for us here. And this is what it gave us, so our goal was more realistic images, but to be honest, these don't look bad. These look really good. Just maybe face is a little off, but everything else looks pretty good as far as the environment that was generated. This is a lot more detailed, a lot more lush and vibrant, and this one came out a lot better than the previous. This girl here actually looks a bit more human. There's no obvious disfigurations. Well, I take that back. The hands are a little bit off and so are the feet, but like I said, most of these tools give us issues when it comes to the hands and the feet. But looking at the environment as just as detailed as the last one, I actually like these a lot, although it's not very realistic. So let's try one of the other models that come pre-built with Leonardo and the Leonardo diffusion model. I really like it. It does well when you want to get more realistic images. So we're going to leave everything as is thus far, and we're going to go ahead and generate and see what we get. Also, let's generate 4 images instead of 2, this time. Also, not quite what I'm looking for. This one looks pretty cool though. Maybe this could be a t-shirt design. You could probably put this on a graphic tee and sell this on Etsy. So let's try this one more time. And here we go. So we have 2 pretty good contenders for realistic. Yeah, I'm loving this one right here. So the flowers look a little funky. They are vibrant, and I gotta give credit to just the realism they kind of put in the face here and in the body as well. I gotta take off points here again with the fingers, but we expect that, right? This one looks good. Until you zoom in, and yeah. So I'm gonna have to put this one at number 2. So far it looks like Stability Stable Diffusion XL is still in first place. I'm gonna have to give this one a close second though, so let's jump on over to Discord so we can check out the same exact prompt with Midjourney this time. So I'm in my Discord server and I'm going to type in / and I'm going to go up here to where it says Imagine and click on that. And we're going to enter our prompt, a woman meditating under a tree surrounded by vibrant flowers. I also want this to be a square image, so we're going to put in aspect ratio 1:1, and we're gonna press enter. And here we are. Midjourney finished generating the images and let's check them out. So, oh yeah, the attention to detail, the quality just from the get-go is a bit higher with Midjourney. Okay. Although I have to say these aren't the most realistic looking images. They look good, just not realistic. So let's see if we can change that. So I'm going to type in / we're going to type in S. We're going to see the settings option pop up here. Let's click that. Hit enter. We're going to click the stylized high option, and we're going to come back up and we're going to try the same prompt again. And we're going to see what generated. So here we go. This is what Midjourney generated with the change in the settings that we did a second ago. And so far I'm liking the first image and the third image here. So let's upscale these and see what we get. A little cartoonish, but I still would say this looks pretty realistic. The same with this image, and if we're going to go off of realism, I think I would probably pick this picture over the other ones, so I think this looks good. So now that we have all of our images, let's take a look at everything put together so we can compare. And there you have it, folks. We've taken a look at 5 different tools. Some were a bit more suited to detailed, realistic images, while others were more abstract. But they all managed to create something unique while sticking to the prompt that I gave it, which was all we really wanted to see, but for now, that's all from us. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to hit that like button. Share this video with your friends. And if you haven't already, be sure to let us know in the comments which image was your favorite, and if there's another program that you want us to check out. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.